It was such a tremendous performance.
Hello and welcome to Nation News Touchline Report, brought to you by Stag Beer. Stag Beer, it's a vibe. My name is Nick, and joining me is AGB and Mark Goodridge Boyce, and we're here to talk about all the thrills and spills for you to get your fill of the Republic Cup and the Women's Super League. Now, I'm going to stop talking. AGB, of course, we send it to you first all the time. Where were you this weekend, and what did you see?
Yeah, thanks so much for having me again, Nick. I was at Checker Hall FC. Well, Checker Hall playing field, I beg your pardon, this time around. And I watched a game with the St. Andrew Lions. They defeated the Barbados Fire Service 3-2, and it was a very entertaining match. What I would like to say is that Brian Stewart, he produced a world-class winner 4 minutes from time, to give the Lions that 3-2 advantage. The firefighters, they did well to get the fire going and a blaze starting. Obviously scoring the first goal. It was an own goal by Kimar Watson, but you'll take it anyway. But then the Lions, they came back, equalized, and then the fire service, then they actually took a 2-1 lead. Very interesting. A swift movement in the midfield. Ball played forward, and then they scored against the advancing goalkeeper. The goalkeeper came, tried to avert the danger, but was unable to do that at that moment, and then it was an easy goal for the fire service to go 2-1. But the Lions, they showed resilience, and they rode back from being behind, and Shamar Buju Edwards, he scored the equalizer to make it 2-2, but Brian Stewart, the night belonged to him. A corner taken by Rashid Williams, the brother of Mario Baga Williams, who just signed that contract in Australia.
Indeed.
He took the corner for Stewart. It was a right foot volley, Nick, back of the net one time, and the finish extraordinary, and the crowd went wild. And it is a goal, in my opinion, that deserved to win any football match. And like I said, it was the second win now for St. Andrew Lions, based on my record. So they now have 6 points in the Republic Cup. So they're doing well in this tournament so far. But credit must still be given to the Barbados Fire Service. They were the underdogs in this match. Obviously showing that they can play with the football. They can put passes together as well. But the Lions, with the quality of that team, Williams, Derico King, Shamar Buju Edwards, these are players that have played for Barbados on numerous occasions. Edwards was able to show his experience, not panicking when his time when his team went behind. Edwards actually started on the bench, so he came on as a substitute, and he was able to change the whole mood and the dynamic of the game, which was excellent for the Lions.
Well done. I seem to realize that you see a lot of big goals scored up north. Down south, maybe sometimes you may see one or two good ones, but normally up north you seem to see a lot of those.
I think you should consider coming to the north, maybe a Saturday when you're covering.
Yeah, man. Once the gas prices relieve me, I'll probably make it up north. What are the fixtures happened on Sunday? What are the results?
Right. So what I can tell you as well, Nick, is that the second game, don't forget we played 2 games on Sunday at each venue. So the second game, that was actually between Youth Milan. They were playing a game against who's the team?
Hillaby, I see here.
Hillaby, yes.
Yeah,
so
Hillaby.
Youth Milan were playing Hillaby, and Youth Milan were ahead 2-1 with a couple minutes to go. I think about 5 or 6 minutes to go. And player suffered a very dangerous injury, a serious injury to the head, and the paramedics were called in. A number of the players from both teams were actually surrounding the players, so it looked very, very, very serious from the sidelines. Obviously, I don't know the dynamics of the injury as yet, but it looked like a very, very, very serious one, and the player could not continue.
The game was abandoned.
Yeah, the referee had to abandon the game, but I can tell you that Zaquan Arthur and Marlon Graves, they were the goal scorers for Youth Milan, and Devontae Monroe, he scored the goal for Hillaby. So Youth Milan, they were en route to their first victory of the Republic Cup, but obviously now with the game not being finished, the Barbados Football Association will make that decision whether they will finish out the remainder, I think 5 or 6 minutes of that game, or if they will award Youth Milan the 3 points for victory. So we wait to find out the outcome of that game.
I think they will probably award Youth Milan that victory. It's very unfortunate what happened to the player late on in the game, but our thoughts and prayers are with him, and I wish him a very speedy recovery and a return to the pitch. Some fixtures at BRIAR Hall, Spikestown and Greens.
Yeah, so BRIAR Hall, we start with Greens. FC Bymill 0, Benfica 2. Jason Haynes scoring in the 46th minute, and then Jamal Aline in the 62nd. Sparta 7, this is a big one, Nick. Sparta 7, Collis Savannah 1. Akil Curtin, he scored a hat-trick, scoring in the 9th, 43rd, and 49th minute. So congratulations to Akil on a job well done, scoring 3 goals there. Then Yannick Miller, he scored in the 70th minute. Douglas Padmore, well, he scored a double in the 84th
Double for
minute.
Douglas?
Yeah, double for Douglas. That's a good one. He scored in the 84th and 88th minute. And then Shanquan Bertram scored in the 30th minute as well. And the lone goal scorer for College Savannah, Chadkoff Phil, he scored in the 54th. So that's Greens. We also have matches at Bridgefield. Yeah, Bridgefield. Beverly Hills 1, Potential Ballers 2. And this man again, DeMar Linton. Remember that goal he scored? Remember that goal he scored versus, I think it was Fitz Village. Linton on the score sheet, and then providing the winner for Potential Ballers this time around. He was assisted by Nikolai Lashley, who scored in the 30th minute. But Linton with the all-important goal in the 80th. Tyrese King, he scored the lone goal for Beverly Hills in the 62nd minute. The last game at Bridgefield then was Technique versus Fitz Village. And that scoreline read Technique 1, Fitz Village 2. Joshua Clark and Darian Scanterbury. Clark scoring in the 46th minute, and Scanterbury converting from the penalty spot in the 76th minute. And then Technique, the lone goal for them by Christian John in the 50th minute. So that is Greens, and that's Bridgefield. We also had games at Races, Nick.
Races on Saturday.
Races, yeah, I'm forgetting. How dare me?
I was over there on Saturday.
Yeah,
Races in St. Philip.
Go ahead.
So we've gone through the games on Sunday and Saturday, and I must say that to see 10 goals at Races on Saturday night was a thrill for me. The first game was 4-1, a 4-1 victory for LNR United over Carlton Red and White. All 4 goals for LNR scored by Dario Blackman in the 5th, 8th, 58th, and 67th minute.
Wow.
And then the game that I went to see, well, initially, Kickstart beating Eastern United 5-0. 2 goals from Jesse Turton, 1 from Jelani Green, another from, I think that's Jelani Greenwich.
Yeah, Greenwich.
And then another from Sekani Mears, who's the captain. And I spoke to Darian Farley. He's a midfielder. I think he played midfield in his younger days, played full-back when he came to secondary school with us. And I think now he plays centre-back for Kickstart. And he spoke about his team's performance, their second 5-goal performance of the Republic Cup.
It was a challenge around out. I thought the guys could have put the ball on the pitch a little bit, pass around the ball a little bit more. But all in all, I guess the result is all that matters, and we got a positive result. So I guess that is all that really matters.
And this result 5-0, and then the last game we played was 5-1. So this team can score goals. What do you think of this team in this tournament so far?
I think as the tournament is coming along, we are progressing very well. We're now starting to play the ball at the back exactly how the coach wants us to play, and therefore we're getting the ball wide and getting opportunities to score. So I guess the goals will come. As you play better, goals will come.
What do you think about Coach Jilks and his tactics and how he's organized you guys?
Yeah, PV Ronaldo Jilks is a good coach. The whole entire tactics to spread the ball wide and get the ball in behind quickly. I think he's doing a wonderful job at displaying. And what is best is that he's enabling the guys with the information to actually learn instead of just teaching or trying to replicate that. So I think he's doing a phenomenal job.
So we can see more of you in this tournament, or this was the first and last?
Now hopefully my hamstring holds it and you'll see a little bit more of me. But we have to play Water next, and looking forward to that game for sure.
Thank you, Darian. And not to be left out, I spoke to the head coach of Kickstart, our good friend, Ronaldo Pee-wee Jukes, no longer with Weymouth Wales. He is, of course, the director of football at Kickstart Rush, and he's coaching the senior team in the Republic Cup, and he had a quick little bit of thoughts to share with us.
Well, this game started a bit slow for us. Some pre-game challenges that we would have faced, but after the second half we made a couple changes and we were able to execute some of the things that we worked on during the week. I think that we could have probably converted a bit more opportunities, but hey, football, it is what it is in football. You know, you you score the ones that you get and the ones that you miss, so be it. But I think the second half was a more competent performance from us. Really guys displayed the capabilities. Really guys displayed that we can manage the game against, I would say, an opponent that's less experienced. So I'm pleased at the end of the day with the result, and it puts us on 6 points from 2 matches in a favorable position going into the next match where we face fellow table leaders Wharton.
Thank you, Pee Wee. Always a pleasure talking to you, and we hope to talk to you many more times in the future as long as the Republic Cup goes on. When we come back, Women's Super League action. And we are back to Nation News Touchline Report, brought to you by Stag Bear. Stag Bear, it is a vibe. Now, games in the Women's Super League on Sunday, September 18th. And the first game, Pinelands Women versus Technique at BRIAR Hall. Pinelands Women winning 3-0 thanks to a penalty by Tekoya Hope Downs in the 15th minute, and then 2 goals by Raya Dates in the second half. Kickstart Genesis versus Fitz Village at Spikestown, and a single goal from Tia Haynes in the 28th minute got the victory for Fitz Village. RF Prime 8-0 over Combined Women at Greens. Combined Women holding some hand in this tournament.
Like peas.
Oh, goodness me. Daphne Watson-James with a goal in the 14th minute. Jodie Ruck with another in the 19th. Taryn Sutherland in the 23rd minute. Solange Holford in the 25th and 47th. Kedasha Thomas in the 33rd and 38th. And Caitlin Smith O'Neill in the 60th minute. And the big game, UE Blackbirds defeating Mavericks 7-0 at, I think that was Church Village. No, Checker Hall. Rihanna Cyrus with 4 in the 12th minute, 13th minute, 17th minute, and 47th. Shanice Stevenson, Stevie G, with 1 in the 8th minute. Julia Taylor in the 15th minute. And Adrienne Ford, the centre-back, returning from injury. She had a concussion of all things, and she returned with a goal in the 66th minute. 7-0 for UE Blackbirds over Mavericks. And as we begin to wind down this episode of Touchline Report, AGB, this is the part that everybody looks forward to, because when they don't see it or when they don't agree with us, we get a whole lot of cussing. But I'm sure this week we will not get any cussing at all, because you will agree with us on our picks for the Stag Bear Players of the Week. Now, AGB, the men's player, who have you decided? And I hope you don't get cussed for this.
Yeah, it's always a major talking point. I think you mentioned Blackman. Is it Dario Blackman?
Dario Blackman.
Dario Blackman. He is hard to overlook. 4 goals for Carlton over LNR United. I also saw a brilliant goal from Brian Stewart for St. Andrew Lions. But I think on this occasion, Nick, the 4 goals from Dario Blackman, I think that supersedes the one from Brian Stewart. Yes, Brian's goal is a fantastic right foot volley, but you know, anytime a player scores 4 goals in a match, and you know, all 4 goals in that game as well, I think we must give him credit and major kudos and well done. So congratulations, Dario Blackman. He is the Stag Bear Player of the Week for the men's tournament in the Republic Cup.
Dario,
over to you now, Nick.
Well done, Dario. And we don't have an actual prize for you yet, but kudos and congratulations, because that is what we pass out here. Anyway, for the Women's Super League, it's quite easy. Another 4-goal scorer, Rihanna Cyrus. She scored 4 for UE Blackbirds. I must make a special mention of Adrienne Ford, as I said, just returning from a concussion injury to score in this game. But all the credit must be due to Rihanna Cyrus scoring 4 goals in UE's 7-0 win over Mavericks. And Mavericks is not a bad team either. They won 8-0 the week before against Combined Women. So congrats to you, Rihanna Cyrus. She's Fatty Holligan's sister, you know that?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So brother and sister playing for the national teams.
Brother and sister playing for the national team, and brother and sister obviously dominating in on the domestic scene as well. So it's great to see.
Indeed, and hopefully there'll be one week when Fatih gets the men's player of the week and Rihanna also gets the women's player of the week. Anyhow, AGB, I think that is full time for this episode of the Nation News Touchline Report. Any final words?
Yeah, Nate. Obviously, just to conclude, I think, remember when we first started the show, we were a bit concerned about the score lines. We were a bit concerned of the quality of the matches. and what we were seeing so far. But I think what I can say now is that, you know, the quality has definitely changed as the games progress, as the weekends go on. I'm definitely seeing that, you know, some of the players are working on their fitness, they are working on their gameplay. We can definitely see some of the coaches' philosophies coming out in terms of a style of play, in terms of how they want the teams to play, whether it is that counter-attacking football or whether it's to sit back, you know, and to hit on the break. Whatever it is, you know, we are definitely seeing, you know, these game styles coming out and the philosophies being, you know, implemented on the team. So I just think and just hope that, you know, as the tournament progresses now, as we enter the round of 16, the quarterfinals, semi-finals and finals, as we return to the turf, I just hope that, you know, the quality would remain the same and, you know, that we would continue to have good football.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, AGB, for your analysis for one more week. And thank you for joining us, and we hope you got your fill. None of the games ended 0-0, so until next time, see you later.